Alright. See if we can boogie on out of here.
Well, good day, ladies and gentlemen. From the flight deck, this is your Captain Max speaking. And on behalf of our marvelous crew here, I would like to welcome you on board Southwest Airlines. We are preparing to close the doors and button the ship up, and we should be pushing back here very shortly. We are expecting a fairly smooth flight today. However, we may encounter some choppy air along the way. We'll let you know. We should make good time and arrive at our destination as scheduled. So again, welcome aboard, and we'll be talking with you shortly after we reach our cruising altitude. Just sit back, relax, and thank you for flying Southwest. Cabin crew, side doors automatic.
At this time, we ask that you power down and refrain from using your cell phones, two-way pagers, or other electronic devices, as these can interfere with our onboard electronic systems. If you have any questions as to which devices you may use during our flight today, please refer to the Welcome Aboard section of your Airways magazine. Flight attendants, prepare doors for departure, cross-check and verify straps.
I'm going to choose the crow transition, and we're going to go back reselect the Kepler arrival from the Daggett transition. We'll execute that. Now when I go into legs, we're going to have to do some work here because the last waypoint on my arrival is Prino. And if you look at the arrival chart, you'll see that
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Crow is east of Prino. So I'm going to get back in the FMC and I'm simply going to get rid of Crow. I'm going to get rid of Crow. I'm going to get rid of whatever that is. I'm going to get rid of the Prino. And now I'm going to bring up Larry. And now what you have is a very well coordinated approach that transitions in Prino. Everything that I just did makes sense to you.
Southwest Airlines Flight 329 lost time of direct service to Denver, 1 hour and 15
Parking
minutes.
check completed. Flight not been inserted.
Takeoff to touchdown.
Release parking brakes. Commencing push. All engines clear.
We should
Start at wheel.
Wireless approach. This is how it capture. And RNAV, really, RNAV are the smoothest way to fly any route is RNAV because there's never any need for, rarely any need for vector.
Welcome everyone, my name is Colette, and on behalf of Southwest Airlines, it's a pleasure to have you flying with us. Now please give us your full attention while we demonstrate the safety features of this airplane. Please take the safety information card out of the seat pocket and follow along. Please observe the exits being pointed out, two on the left and two on the right. All are equipped with slide racks. There are 4 window exits over the wings, and if you are seated in an exit row, you must keep these areas clear of all hand luggage for takeoff and landing. If you are seated in an exit row, you may be required to assist the crew in an emergency. If you are unable or do not wish to perform the functions described in the front of the safety information card and need to be reseated, please advise a flight attendant at the end of these announcements. If there is a loss of electrical power or if smoke fills the cabin, emergency path lighting on the floor will illuminate, directing you to the exits which are identified by red lights and exit signs. Please take a moment now to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. Seatbelts should be worn at all times when seated. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal lead into the buckle. The length may be changed by adjusting the strap. And to release it, pull the top lid of the buckle. Your life jacket is located in a pouch under your seat. Should it become necessary, remove it from its stowage and place it over your head. Fasten the red straps to the front and tighten. Do not inflate the life jacket while inside the aircraft. In addition, your seat cushion can also be used as a flotation device. Southwest is a non-smoking airline. U.S. law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors. Smoking is never allowed in an aircraft lavatory. All lavatories are equipped with smoke detectors and video cameras. Smoking is punishable by a fine of up to $2,000. In the event of a sudden loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will descend from
flaps
the ceiling.
I thought flaps 5.
Extend the mask towards you and pull it over your nose and mouth. Breathe normally. Remain seated and do not remove the mask until instructed by the crew member. This plastic bag will not fully inflate even though oxygen is flowing. If you have a small child traveling with you, secure your mask first before assisting with theirs. And as a final reminder, U.S. law requires customers to follow all vital signs, flags, and instructions. If you are using a blanket, please hold it now and place it beside you, allowing your arms and legs to be free from instructions for takeoff. If you are using headphones, please also remove them at this time and turn off all electronic devices. Thank you for your attention, ladies and gentlemen, and do enjoy your flight with Southwest.
Folks, looks like we're just a few planes back from right off the ground. So at this time, flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
And we're going to start with if you want to bring up the chart for the arrival, which is the Kepler 3.
Okay.
Now, when you're going through flight planning and when you're prepping your plane for takeoff, this is only going to take 7 seconds. It does not take long at all, but what you want to do is pretty much on the numbers.
Got it.
Next altitude I see is KATL, 13,250 knots. That's confirmed on the lakes page. Ikumi at 11,230. That's on the chart. Nipso at 9,000 feet. That's on the chart. Sunset 210 knots, 8,000 feet. That's on the chart. Kimi 210 at 8,000. That's on the chart. Chips 8,170. That's in the chart. That's in the lakes page. What else we got there? Poker, I'm not seeing anything. Preno at 8,000 feet. No, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. So all of the altitudes for our arrival procedure are appropriately documented in the lakes page. You can manually come in. So for instance, I'm just going to pretend for a minute. Let's go back to Daggett. Let's say for some reason Mesa didn't have the altitude restriction of 24,000 feet again. So I'm just going to delete that, and let's just say it didn't have it. I can tell the flight management computer by doing we call it vertical revision. So lateral revisions are on the left-hand side. That's where you're changing horizontally where you're flying, which way you're going to. And then a vertical revision is off here to the right. That's where you can set the speed and altitude. So if I have Mesa there now, so the FMC is calculating, just for economy purposes, it'll be at 27,000 feet, but I need to be at 24. If I'm not going to insert a speed, then I can simply do a / and type in 240 for the altitude and do a vertical revision right there at Meeson, execute it, and now the aircraft will be at 24,000 feet. When I hit Meeson, you'll see right now it's going to calculate the speeds. Let's just say, for the sake of an example, that the chart wanted me to be at 250 knots and 24,000 feet at Meeson. I would just do 250 / 240, do the vertical revision at Meeson, execute that, and so now you see I have both a speed and an altitude.
Number 1 for departure, flight test, please put a cabin for takeoff.
Okay.
And you can do some really crazy stuff too. I don't want to make it too complicated for you, but this FMC is capable of doing some really, really neat stuff, just like it is in the real world. There are times where you're going into less busy airspace, where the arrival procedure may not have specific crossing restrictions, and you kind of have to do it on your own. Of course, if VATSIM's on, they may give you altitudes, but sometimes they're going to throw something in you, just like they do in the real world. It's like, well, how in the world do I do that? So they may say, I want you to be at, and they may do this, if we're really busy on this route, they may say that they want me to be at 24,000 feet, 20 miles west of Meeson. And you can actually tell the FMC how to do that by creating a fictitious waypoint along your route, 20 miles west of Meeson. You can do that. That'll be for another. I don't want to give you too much information. Okay.
Altitude, the flight attendants will be moving through the cabin to offer you each beverage of your choice.
On a short flight like this, or in the air at cruise, if I had time, is I would review the missile
2,500.
I would make sure that the altitudes and the missile approach procedure are depicted in my flight management computer in the same way that they're depicted on the approach plate.
Okay.
And then I'd go back to the first page of the legs page, and the FMC is set. If I look at the chart here, what do they have us at? I don't know what the initial altitude is for the I don't know what the initial altitude is for this set, but let's just say it's 5,000 feet because that's pretty typical. So I would set my altimeter for 5,000 feet. Heading's always set to runway heading. So it's 240 something. Okay, 250 looks like. So heading's set for runway heading. The other thing, and this kind of goes back to your initial question, we will set some altimeters, and the altimeter setting right now locally is 299.5.
The captain has turned off the fast seatbelt sign,
now
indicating that we are now at cruising altitude.
I am going to
You are
set
free
my
to
minimum
move about
travel.
as necessary.
And on departure,
However,
you
we
want to
do
set
ask
the
that
minimum
when
as
you are
well. There's a
seated,
couple
you
different
keep your
places.
seatbelt
Some
comfortably
airlines
fastened
set
for your safety
at 1,000
and that of those about you.
above the
We're
deck.
expecting a smooth
And
flight today,
other
so
airlines
sit
have
back,
different
relax,
procedures. What we're
and
going to
enjoy
do
our
at
hospitality.
Southwest
Awesome.
has an old school way of climbing out and cleaning up the aircraft is we would set the minimums using the barrow. So it's radio setting.
Sync rate.
See that switch over, so I'm changing on here.
Pull up.
I really need to talk about
Pull up.
1,000. Don't sink.
500. 400. 200. 100. Pull up. 40. Too low. Gear.
Space on the barometric pressure. And so what I would do now is
Too low. Gear.
barrow knob to 3,000 feet above the elevation. So the elevation is, 1,040 feet. So I would set this at 3,040 feet. So then I'm taking off. When I'm during climbing, I'll place a green bar on the altimeter tape. When I pass that at 3,140 feet,
Bank angle.
I would know at that time that I can accelerate to 250 feet.
Bank angle.
Okay.
That's just where Southwest flies out. These are, so I'm setting my barrow minimum thrust at 3,040. Let's see. Okay, so as long as I am in managed mode in LNAV and VNAV, anytime before I get about 20 nautical miles before my top of descent, 3,040. So now it's set to 2,000 feet over elevation. Anytime, within about 20 nautical miles on that top of descent, what I'll do is I will lower my MCP altitude. So
Sync rate.
With the altitude 29,000 feet, so we'll pretend we're at cruise for a second. And we're approaching, 20 miles before the top of descent. I'm going to reduce the MCP altitude to whatever ATC has cleared me down to, or ATC may say descend via the chart. In an RNAV arrival like this, there's no reason not to lower it all the way down to 8,000 feet there at Prima. There's no reason not to do that. My personal practice, the way I typically do it, is I reduce it down to 11,000 feet. I won't level off at 11,000 feet. I just want to be aware at about 11,000 feet. I want to be aware of my speed so that I can take I can intervene if I need to slow the aircraft down. So I normally won't set it lower than 11,000 feet. And then as I approach 11,000 feet and I recognize that my speed, the energy of the aircraft is under control, I'll go ahead and set it down to that next lower altitude. If ATC's cleared me down to 8,000 feet or whatever the case may be. That's personal preference. It doesn't make any difference to me.
No, I kind of like that, and I didn't know, but I kind of do that myself, just to make sure that I'm not speeding below 10.
Yeah, and it's important, especially in the summertime, you're not going to have a problem. In the wintertime, you said you flew the
2,500.
Right.
Yeah, in
Sync rate.
Time, maybe not in California, but in the wintertime, if you're flying in central U.S. or off the East Coast, even in the Pacific Northwest, if you're using your anti-ice, which in the wintertime you're going to be using the anti-ice a lot, anytime the temperature outside, the outside air temperature, anytime the outside air temperature is between -10 and +10, and you are in icing conditions, which is essentially just meaning visible moisture, you're going to have clouds.
Bank angle.
You're going to have your anti-ice on, and then your rate of descent will just almost come like 5 to 800 feet per minute. It's nothing. It makes it very difficult to get the aircraft down and stay on VNAV path. It makes it very difficult to get the aircraft down on VNAV path with your anti-ice on. And to combat that,
Bank angle.
we go into our FMC, we can go into the descent page,
Bank angle.
forecast that, and we can tell the FMC, remember I said the more information we give the FMC, the more information it has to determine when do we need to start our top of descent. And I can give in
2,500.
this first top right line selection that says TAI on off. Okay, that's your anti-ice. So as I look at the weather and I see that we've got, we're coming to Buffalo, and I see
Sink rate.
weather in Buffalo, I anticipate using
Pull up.
say I anticipate turning anti-ice on at 25,000.
Pull up.
Well, let's just say that's it. I don't.
Sink rate.
Well, let's say we're thinking we're going to use anti-ice between 25,000
1,000.
5,000 feet. I can give that information to the FMC.
Terrain. Sink
To
rate.
use that information to calculate my top.
Pull up.
So let's see if that information is on here or not.
Sink rate.
Top of descent, it's not on here. So,
Sink rate.
500.
Terrain. Terrain.
Until I get to cruise.
Sink rate.
400.
So I can't.
300.
Sink rate. Terrain. Terrain. Pull up.
200.
Pull up. Pull up.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Minimums. Minimums.
So I see my top of descent is all that 6 miles.
Okay.
Minimums.
We're bagging now.
Minimums.
Now it's changed. I'll bet right now.
Insufficient permissions.
Okay, it didn't change. It went
Insufficient
right back to this.
permissions.
Okay, so let's give it another piece of information, see what happens. Let's say at flight level 290, I'm going to have a really big headwind. So let's say at 290, the winds are going to be 090 at 125. Let's see if that changes where my top of descent is. Let's give it a second, see what happens.